1. What is the D number and the Fødselsnummer? When you move to Norway, you'll hear a lot about the D number and the Fødselsnummer. These are the two types of national ID numbers used by the Norwegian state to identify every individual in the system. Let's break them down. The D number is for people staying in Norway for a shorter period, usually less than 6 months, or for those who are starting the process of becoming a resident but haven't yet completed registration. The Fødselsnummer, on the other hand, is the full personal identity number. It's for people who will be living in Norway for more than 6 months, whether on a temporary residence permit, permanent residence, or as a Norwegian citizen. Both numbers are made up of 11 digits and follow the same structure, but the first digit in a D number is modified to signal that it is temporary. Think of these numbers like your social security number, your tax ID, and your healthcare access key, all rolled into one. Without one of them, you'll be stuck. 2. Why are these numbers so important? You can't really live in Norway without being registered and having one of these ID numbers. These numbers are used to open a bank account, get a job or receive your salary, apply for a tax card, access public health care, sign up for a phone plan, receive digital ID and use BankID, register your child in school or kindergarten, sign rental contracts or buy property, report taxes, access social benefits and the welfare system. So, whether you're coming to Norway for a job, for studies, to join a family member, or to invest in property, you'll need to enter the system by registering and getting an ID number. 3. Who needs a D number? Let's say you're moving to Norway for a short-term job contract, a study exchange lasting less than 6 months, to work on a temporary assignment from abroad, or to open a bank account while still living outside Norway. In these cases, you will likely be issued a D number. You may also receive a D number automatically when you apply for a tax card through your employer. A Norwegian bank submits a D number request for you when opening an account. A public authority registers you for a service that requires ID. The D number is perfectly valid for most everyday activities, but it doesn't give you full resident status, and you'll eventually need to transition to a Fødselsnummer if you plan to stay long-term. 4. How to apply for a D number. There are a few ways to apply for a D number. Often, your employer, bank, or property agent will do this on your behalf, especially if you're moving for work. But if they don't, or if you're self-employed, here's how you do it yourself. You'll need to go to the Skatteetaten, the Norwegian Tax Administration. What to bring: valid passport or national ID card, your job offer or contract, if relevant, proof of accommodation in Norway, completed form RF 1209, application for D number. Sometimes a copy of your residence permit or visa decision. You can find the forms and guidance at skatteetaten.no. Once submitted, processing takes anywhere from 1 to 6 weeks. When your D number is ready, it's sent to your address in Norway, or in some cases, directly to the institution that applied on your behalf. 5. Who qualifies for the Fødselsnummer? Now, let's talk about the full Fødselsnummer. You'll qualify for this if you're planning to stay in Norway for more than 6 months and meet one of the following criteria. You have a valid residence permit from UDI. You are a Norwegian citizen or newly naturalized. You have moved to Norway for family reunification, employment, or study. You are an EU, EEA citizen, registering for long-term residence. You've been granted permanent residency. To receive a Fødselsnummer, you must go through the population registration process, which includes reporting your move to Norway in person at a tax office. You can book an appointment online at skatteetaten.no and must appear in person to verify your identity. 6. Documents required for national registration. When you go to your appointment, bring the following documents: valid passport residence permit approval letter for non-EU EEA citizens, proof of housing, like a rental contract with address, work contract, or study admission letter, family documentation, if you're joining a spouse or parent, travel insurance, or proof of health coverage, especially for EU citizens, the completed move to Norway form, available online. The process may take several weeks. especially during busy seasons like August and January. Once approved, you'll receive a letter with your Fødselsnummer, and this will unlock full access to Norwegian systems. 7. Activating digital services, BankID and Altinn. Once you've received your national ID number, either a D number or Fødselsnummer, you can begin activating digital services. Start by opening a Norwegian bank account, requesting BankID, which is your secure login method for online services, logging into Fødselsnummer.no to access your healthcare records, using Altinn.no to report income or taxes, accessing Navi for employment support, benefits, and pensions. BankID is especially important. It allows you to pay bills, sign contracts, access nearly all public and private services, apply for apartments, loans, and more. You'll need to physically verify your ID at your bank to receive BankID, so bring your passport and ID number. 8. Common mistakes and how to avoid them. Here are some of the most common mistakes newcomers make when registering in Norway and how you can avoid them. Mistake 1. Waiting too long to register. If you delay your appointment, you might be locked out of essential services. Book as early as possible, even before you arrive if you can. Mistake 2. Not having a valid address. The tax office won't accept a hotel or temporary Airbnb. You need a signed lease or housing confirmation. Mistake 3. Not understanding the difference between a D number and a Fødselsnummer. Make sure you're getting the right one based on your length of stay. Mistake 4. Applying through the wrong authority. Some registrations go through UDI, others through the police or Skatteetaten. Double check before booking. Mistake 5. Not preparing translations. If your documents are in a non-Scandinavian language, bring a certified translation, especially for marriage, birth, or education certificates. 9. Practical tips for success. Here are some quick practical tips. Use the official websites: udi.no, Skatteetaten.no, Fødselsnummer.no. Keep scanned copies of everything. Ask your employer or university if they assist with registration. Apply for your ID number before you apply for a mobile contract or bank loan. Track mail carefully. Your number may be sent by post. Be patient but persistent. Delays happen, but don't be afraid to follow up. And don't worry, millions of newcomers have done this before you. You'll get through it too. Final thoughts. Getting your D number or Fødselsnummer is one of the first and most essential steps to starting your life in Norway. Once you're in the system, everything else becomes much easier, from getting a job and finding housing to accessing healthcare and building a future here. Norway Perspectives is brought to you by Norway Relocation Group. We help people from all over the world settle into life in Norway, providing support with paperwork, housing, schools, and more. If this episode was helpful, please subscribe, give it a thumbs up, and share it with someone else starting their relocation journey. And if you're looking to learn Norwegian, visit our trusted partner, NLS Norwegian Language School, at nlsnorwegian.no for flexible, beginner-friendly language courses. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next episode of Norway Perspectives.